Hello, it is January 20th, 2026, doing another collective oracle reading. I feel like I've been doing a lot lately. I still have the last 5 spreads on my desk. Got the, I believe I'm right, one's from the 7th, 11th, 14th, 16th, and then the 18th. We left it with some strange dark energy, photon relativity, 8th house mystery, root, 2nd house, death, dreamer, the ancient ones, the holy mountain, eagle. So like maybe I should just start the reading because I don't really know what to say. It kind of got a little weird there, and I feel like we're on some sort of, yeah, I don't like repeating myself. I mean, I do anyways. Blah blah blah, I'm blabbing. We'll just see what's here, because I'm feeling, yeah, with that mystery, I'm feeling like there's something that we don't see coming. Something strange. I did say in the last 2 videos that there was like a celebration last week for the collective. And I was watching a YouTuber, got confirmation. He pretty much said what I was thinking with that. Or it's hard to explain. So I'm just gonna, I chose 3 decks here. 3 from this one, 1 from the Cantigee Oracle, and 3 from the Shaman stream. This is the book for the Supra Oracle. Just gonna get started shuffling, see what we got. Enough blabbing. Yeah, and all those cards. Yeah, I'm probably gonna make like a flip through video and do like a recap for the cycle or whatever. Yeah, I do feel like we started a new one, but it's something, I don't know. So yeah, so I did one of those recaps showing like all the spreads. Yeah, because I need to put them away. So like, I did put the side cards away. I think there's like 15 boxes, 15 decks I put away. Yeah. La 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 la. So yeah, timestamps go to the part where I start the reading. Sageness. I haven't seen that card before. And yeah, I always say try not to make it too long, but it ends up being a long video, and the upload time is ridiculous. Usually like, depending on the time of the day, I mean, it could be like less than an hour, sometimes like up to 3 hours to upload one video. Oh, I was gonna stop there, but all that. All right, no, I'm just gonna shuffle. 3 from this deck. There's that sageness again. I think I'll put that one. And recording, yes. We got ego. I've been talking about that lately. Conflict. Did get this card before with the something with the arrows. Yeah, I had like arrow synchronicities, like the 9 of Wands in the thought deck, like the arrow constellation. There were some things about arrow myth, and yeah, I'll just leave this card on the side so I don't. Yeah, I was thinking something with the arrow with that, and how I didn't notice until like maybe halfway in the reading that we got the 2nd house and the 8th house, which are opposing. I'm gonna put that right there. Might be something with that. So I don't forget when I. No, I'm just gonna put it over here because it's not part of the reading. And we'll do 1 from the Cantigee Oracle and Ecological Spirit Guide and Creative Prompt deck. One. Oh yeah, last time I used this deck, I got the head at the top. I was seeing there's a whatchamacallit, the coral reef. I forget what the card was called. Sorry. Yeah, I take a while. I like to put timestamps so I'm not wasting anyone's time. I got patchouli incense corner of the room over there. We have this time a hummingbird in Languor. Languor? I'm not sure if I... Strange. And then we'll do 3 from the Shaman's Dream. Try to get these out of view. The Shaman's Dream 3. Oh shoot! All those just slid off the table. Just trying to see if there were any like side cards I wanted to give us a... Yeah. Okay. All right. This is so much shuffling just on 3 decks here. Whatever. We had that card last time, Fool's Embrace. We have Galactic Mushroom, the Divine Matrix. Perfect Storm, the courage to step into life. Deep Quiet, meditation and stillness. Yeah, we have gotten that card before. Okay, so this is the start of the reading. What am I getting? I've been like kind of going on about ego lately, like just how, you know, the in-between state or in your dream, like, or like I had like a bliss, well, I don't remember the dream, but from last week, but I feel like I was knowing something in some sort of bliss state maybe, and then when I woke up, it was like, you know, I forgot, like tying that somehow with the ego. Like I also said in a previous video, I feel like we know a lot of this stuff. It's just the living experience of everything. And, you know, so the wings. Something with that, yeah. As I was saying, we hit the, well, with Sophia and the rainbow, we've, one aspect of ourselves, like, ascended, and maybe there's some sort of like, yeah, you know, that's just, you know, you come to one realization or awakening, you know, and there's always like a coming back. And so maybe also, I don't know, conflict. Yeah. Or maybe there's something with the arrows coming in, because yeah, I was just thinking that something with the arrow, and then halfway in the reading I noticed that these two are opposites, 2nd house and 8th house, right? 3rd and 9th, 1st and 7th, yeah, 2nd. So resources and mystery. There's something, and he said there's a lot of these dark cards coming in. I feel like, yeah, maybe like an opposition, conflict, something with that. Myth. What is this even? I'm kind of feeling like something like tree rings and stopping at a certain point in history, or like a record player, like just stopping. Yeah, I've been feeling that lately, like a pause with something. I don't make sense, but this is what I do. A hummingbird in Languor. Am I even saying that right? Like, what am I getting from this? This one kind of looks, this is a Galactic Mushroom, the Divine Matrix, but it kind of looks like a flower. And you know, that's weird. They're like the same colors. Right? That is weird. It's almost like the hummingbird is taking some like sap or something from this mushroom here. Yeah, I did put like 3 Alice mushroom. I feel like that's been like kind of quiet or in the background lately. So maybe there's something like the Divine Matrix. And I was going on like I started to get these like kind of like something with the spider's web. Where is it? Oh yeah, because we got spider. I feel like there's something like maybe that's a lining to like vortexes or something like that. So 2 ways of seeing it, like you being a creator, co-creator, or whatever, and then like something about watching for an enemy. See, and 9 sides, and then spider. This is just in one reading. This was what, the 14th, 14, 16. Yeah, this was from the 14th. Star. Yeah, I like putting those because I like to kind of perfect storm. Yeah, I do feel like something's coming in, but it's a mystery right now. So I don't really feel like yeah, like what would I get from the reading today? I wasn't sure, and I don't really feel like it's really telling us much, like what's coming. Just kind of like after the celebration from last week, it's just kind of like I don't know, courage to step into life and deep quiet meditation and stillness. I was just thinking about like the violet, like something with it looks kind of like shadow, like with violet. I'm thinking something with that. And what is this lightning thing going into the raven? Oh, and you know, there's like peacock feathers. Oh, that's strange, because yeah, I was fitting. Yeah, I keep on mentioning it over and over and over about this ascension. It wasn't like a big thing, you know, just like one aspect of the collective with Sophia or Saraswati. So, and yes, Saraswati is associated with swans, and I think peacocks, or the other aspects of different feminine. So yeah, I thought that was weird, because you could kind of see maybe some sort of tie-in with the infinity, or I feel like I've been getting that coming around lately too, like the Ankh. Like there's something like where is it? Oh, it was one of the side cards. Yeah, there was an Ankh like in between 2 trees. And then the was it the rune? Wait. Just give me 1 second here. Sorry. No, it was in the chakra reading I did recently, and I believe it was for what's to come, or in the heart aspect was the eternal life with the Sphinx, and I think an eye of Taurus, and I can pull out that card right now. I feel like there's also something with that, but it's not, I don't feel like it's tied into like the infinity or the I feel like it's somehow a little different. I could be wrong. I don't know. I'm just this one, eternal life. There's something with that. I'm just kind of blabbing. I feel like I'm not really going much into the reading. I'll probably get to reading from the book. Yeah, I don't want this to be a long video. And then the deck I just put away. I had some side cards. I put a lot of them away. I just kept those 5 spreads from the previous reads. I'm just showing you what I'm talking about here. This one. And I do feel like there's something about that going on. Yeah, in the last reading it was either from the 18th or the 16th where I read a little what that card that I just showed you meant. And yeah, I have timestamps for those videos. So, you know, if you, it's like, I talk about this video and then you can go to, usually I read or, I don't know. I want to start the reading. I mean, this is the reading. Okay, maybe, okay, let me see what else I see. And then I'll start reading from the books. Yeah, I'm just getting, it's not really telling us much. Like, we're just kind of in this weird space after the celebration and something with this going on, shadow aspect or ego. Yeah, I was saying when I pulled out this card, with the arrows, I was associating that with the 9 of Wands, and I had synchronicity, yeah, with arrows and like the arrow constellation. It's like 2 stars. Like, I didn't even know it was like a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 shielding. Yeah, maybe protecting. A myth. Yeah. Yeah, I just feel like, well, we're kind of in this space here of not knowing what's to come next. Like, there's something working from the outside that's going to come in, and maybe the hummingbird has us the secret to it. And the raven is feeling, oh yeah, so I was like, what is this swirl? I was just noticing the feathers, this swirl. The lightning makes me think of yeah, and the chakra reading I did, how the the throat chakra card was of a man's head pretty much missing and like lightning coming out from where's, I thought that was something outside with the lightning somehow. Yeah, I don't know. I'm just getting, and then so from this, yeah, this reading's weird. I think weird stuff. From this here, coming back down with our ego, there's like a connection, but it's not exactly to that, but it's relating to that. Does this make sense at all? And then this one, something with the shadow and violet flame, and maybe going in the caves and finding crystals. I feel like he's kind of like crystallizing here. Some sort of, yeah, I just feel like this, how the smoke, it's some sort of knowledge from this galactic mushroom coming in when you find the quiet space. Maybe? Let's look at numbers. We have 24, 44, and 11, 50. If you put these together, it makes 55. If you, I don't know. I like looking at numbers. Maybe there's something weird to that. So yeah, 4 prominent. You got 2, 4, 4, 4, 1, 1, and 5, 0. And then if you add the 1 to the 5s, and 1 to the 4s, it makes 5s, and this makes 6, 8, 6, 8, 2, whatever. Blah, 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 blah. Okay, I'm going to get to the reading. It's already been 19 minutes. Let's just see what it says for this card here. A hummingbird in Languor. See what we get in number 50. Is that the last card? How many cards are in this deck? 50? No. There are 52 cards in this deck. Looks like 52. I like to check. The setting sun sings the song of the unmaking. The setting sun sings a song of the unmaking. That's 51. 52 is you are a multitude. There's a gratitude message here. Gratitude, gratitude, gratitude. Yeah, I feel like after the abundance, there's like the gratitude and compassion. Being compassionate coming into these. So what is this card about? There's a poetic message here at the beginning. I'm not sure if I'm going to read it. Let's go to, it says, keynotes, curb impatience, come to rest until conditions improve and ripen as they surely will. It's like we haven't really seen the storm come to rest until conditions improve. So it's like there's like an unseen storm. I don't know, maybe it's stormy where you're at. Not here. Lately it's been blue skies. You know what? I'm going to read, the poetic part, because I'm not sure what it's saying here. However, you're not in control over conditions. Creative poem. Hummingbirds are pollinators, and in fact, some species of plants produce flowers that can only be pollinated by hummingbirds. All right, I'm just going to read what it says at the beginning here. In a wide green valley, there lived a pear tree covered with pale blossoms containing nectar sweet enough for the bold tongues of gods. The gods passed by this tree without noticing it, absorbed as they were in straining out the messy affairs of humans. This left the sweet flowers to be discovered by a fortunate hummingbird one fine spring morning as the sun's rays lit the delicate petals like stars. A mutual fondness developed between the hummingbird and the pear tree. The wee bird deftly pollinated all the pear's blooms while drinking and humming in sweet satisfaction. Eventually, the pear tree invited the hummingbird to nest in its branches, and the little bird happily agreed. Each night, the hummingbird's heart beat a light pulse that massaged the pear tree's branches. This little pulse ripened throughout the tree's wood and sent its sap into a pulsing flow, moving in concert with the little bird's blood. As winter set in, there was not much nectar to be had. The little hummingbird dug around in the soft spots in the pear tree, nibbling on burrowing insects just to get by. One particular chilly night, as it settled on its nest, the pear tree felt its little friend's heart slow to a barely perceptible beat. Its own saps slowed. The whole world felt cold and still. Still. Not like death, but like a space frozen in time, awaiting the melt of spring. Didn't I say that? I feel like we're on some sort of pause. Stillness. Not like death, though. Oh, yeah. Yeah, I didn't show that. We did get the death card. Did I show that at the beginning? We did get the death card. Yeah. In the last reading, there were like 3 dark cards. So we got the death, the 8th house, and the dark energy, which is kind of strange. But it's kind of like, I don't know. Is there something going on that I don't see right now? The supposition of the cycle of constant action is that you yourself are in control of your fate. In actuality, this is true only to some extent. In each moment, the only control you have is how you respond to your current external and internal conditions. However, you are not in control of your conditions. You have no control over the weather, the people around you, your genetics, and the passage of time with its attending force of entropy. You don't have complete control over your body. Try telling your heart to stop beating or your lungs to stop breathing for more than a few seconds, or your intestines to stop digesting. They simply won't do your bidding. You don't even have control over your emotions. Try telling your joy or your grief to go away. You might be able to witness these emotions without letting them color your thoughts, decisions, and actions, but some emotions hover around you like clouds on a windless day until you have fully digested them. And accepted and worked through whatever is underlying them. You don't have complete control over your mind. How many times have you decided to focus on something only to find yourself thinking about something else? If you do not pause to access your conditions and respond appropriately, you may find yourself banging your head against walls, barking up the wrong trees, and otherwise wasting energy that would be best spent dealing with what is. Sometimes it's not what you are going after that. Sometimes it's not that you are going after the wrong things, but rather that the timing isn't quite right for them yet. When you are drawn to this archetype, it is an indication that you are in such a situation. Rather than pushing ahead now, enter the stillness and repose that is more appropriate to the conditions you are currently in. Conserve and perhaps even build your energy so you can respond more effectively when conditions are right. And I also was thinking about like fear, like, you know, you don't like use your energy to. I feel like I've come across this like a few months ago about like being prepared and just like there can be a pro and con with being like prepared, overly prepared, or waiting for disaster or something to come in. And then there's a thing about just like going with the flow. So versus going with the flow and knowing how to react when something comes to you. So I kind of feel like there's something to that, but also like not wasting energy. Yeah, something with yeah, and I pointed this out before about like this is the heart influenced. I guess you could say these are the emotions and how it circulates. What does it say? 24 was it arteries and how it circulates. So something with that, because I feel like we were going up, like we were kind of like the reflection, your sun, your ego. This is something like we were kind of good on that, but kind of coming. I feel like we're working around like in the chakra card. Let me just show you so you know what I'm talking about. So you don't have to go back to the video. So for the throat chakra, for that reading, I pulled out. Yeah, I mean, I'm not trying to like say we could possibly still be on that stuff, you know, high tension. This is what I was talking about. Oh, that's funny. This flipped. Soma. Self-preservation. I don't know. I've never seen it. This is a cool deck. I like this. I'm still... Yeah, most of my decks, you know, yeah, I kind of learn the cards as I pull them, so a lot of cards too. A lot of my decks are still new to me. And, yeah. Okay, I feel like, oh wow, 20 minutes. I stuck way too long on that. I'm just gonna I always say I'll make it quick, but Galactic Mushroom. Let's just, 24, Galactic Mushroom. The divine matrix, the intricate complexity of life. You might have been thinking and acting like you were the only one in the dream creating your life. The Galactic Mushroom arrives as a playful yet potent reminder that you need to get with your high power. The universal laws are not for your benefit only. The law of attraction does not exist just to serve your desired outcome. The matrix of consciousness, called Source or God, Spirit, many other names, is intricately woven into life. There is so much complexity that the human's mind cannot comprehend all the moving parts. It's impossible to see beyond what you already know. Just as the head of the mushroom is clearly visible above the soil, but not the living biome below. The thread-like mycelium of fungi form vast, intricate networks underground, connecting different forms with one another in a kind of internet of the plant kingdom. Imagine the divine matrix serving the same way, connecting the individual consciousness with that of the divine. The galactic mushroom reminds you that your dreams and desires are heard. This is a call for trust and faith. Whatever intentions you hold consistently with hope and faith first manifests in the unseen realms, whether or not you can see it working on your behalf. Eventually you see the evidence play out in the serendipitous events that work in your favor, seemingly outside of the law of cause and effect. Your most beautiful results are being birthed right now, not just for you, but for the highest good of all. Yeah, I was just thinking about the cover of this book when I was thinking about, maybe you could also see that, because I was seeing the spider's web as kind of like the lining to a vortex, but I mean, you could also, I wasn't taking it like that before, but now I'm saying, yeah, you could also take it as like the quantum, everything connecting, but this is saying something about cause and effect, and sometimes, it seems like there's something outside of that. Yeah, I guess it's something on pause, something like unknown to us. I don't know, 44. Yeah, that's what I'm heavily getting with this reading. Like, kind of like, and just be patient. We don't know what's going on yet. Like, that's your ego wanting to know and get ahead. There's something going on in the outside. Kind of like deal within, like just what you can, just your immediate outside circumstances and internal conflicts, like what you can work with right now. And also keep in mind to be in the state here, working with your shadows and making crystals or something. And yeah, the myth, I feel like that one's kind of like writing your life, something that's like, yeah, writing your life. And I was just getting a feeling like as I'm in my room, like me recording these, whatever I'm doing in my life, but there's also, I don't know what I'm thinking. I'm thinking about like tying with the ego, I guess, if I see it that way. Like, this is my life, this is the soundtrack of my life, but there's more to that also. I don't know. Let's go to 44, Perfect Storm. An invitation to act now, the courage to step into life, sheltering from turbulence. So yeah, this one's saying like act now. But what I was saying about what's in front of you right now. So if there's something, but I don't know. Yeah, some sort of balance with that to be mindful about. When the perfect storm appears, it cautions you to be ready for an exciting, if turbulent. Let me start over. When the perfect storm appears, it cautions you to be ready for an exciting, if turbulent, time. The winds are picking up, and you need to make sure that you are close to the eye of the storm, or you will be buffered by gusts that may take you far from where you need to be. The keys are remain centered and balanced. Yep, definitely. And bear witness as the forces build an intensity. Notice how the loose stuff is starting to fly around, and recognize how little of it you truly need. Let go of those thoughts, beliefs, and attitudes that clutter your heart and cloud your mind. Then the storm will be absolutely perfect for you. Yeah, I was getting, the whole heart and mind thing, some sort of balance with that, and to stay, centered and composed, or, so something like that. If you wonder what you might lose during the perfect storm, know that it is those things we are most attached to that are taken first. As if life We're trying to unburden us from our righteous self-importance. Let it all go with the wind. The less you resist the change brought by the perfect storm, the happier you will be. Ride the winds to your next destination. Embrace rain or snow. Remember that every time you try to argue with nature, you lose. The perfect storm can be a call for you to seize the moment. There might be a great opportunity that you need to take advantage of right now. Carpe diem here. Like, I keep on forgetting like words and phrases, terms and stuff. It's like, when was the last time I heard it? I feel like that came in with something. I can't remember right now. Okay, continuing on. Here, time is of the essence. It may be gone shortly, so do not hesitate. Go ahead, bite off more than you can chew, and take the storm on in all its terrifying greatness, experiencing the fullness of life. You will succeed. Going back to the 2nd and 8th house, because I was saying with the previous reads we were heavily on abundance, and I will show that abundance card just because I can. Heavily on abundance, and then the 2nd house, but now saying, hey, look. And there's a weird thing, yeah, that Araya video, like, you know, you are kind of like you have everything you need and like that's freedom, you are abundance and but somehow working, yeah, everything will be okay. I feel like this is like rough times are coming in, and you may be like experiencing snow and weather conditions or whatever, but just saying, you know, to stay strong in that, or maybe not that, but you know what I'm saying, like centered, balanced. You'll get through it. Yeah, there's also something coming in. I kind of feel like I lost my train of thought there. Quiet, deep meditation, stillness, clarity. I'm just going to kind of skim through here. It is a message from the cosmos calling you to stillness, to step outside the concerns of your everyday life. This does not mean to slow down and take a breath, although that is a good start. The cosmos is inviting you to go deep so you can to the place where the noise stops and there is only the vast emptiness of inner space. Yeah, so it's kind of like, I feel like these are kind of opposing, like deal with what's going on right now, but then also take a step out and take a break. Go to the stillness, which, I mean, you could always say like to go within, like no matter what's always going on in your life, like take a moment to, you know, stop, breathe, meditate, yeah, whatever. When we don't respond to the invitation offered by deep quiet, life can stop us in our tracks with an illness or a crisis. Listen to the still, small voice. Remember that you want to catch spirit on a whisper, not a shout. And it is only human to argue that you are too busy to slow down, that you don't have time, the inclination or the money for a retreat. Do not let any of these reasons get the better of you. Stop the world and enter the deep quiet before you come to a crashing halt. After you have said yes to this invitation, you will find that the world can get along quite well without the need for you to manage it. You will enjoy the freedom that comes with stillness, the clarity and spaciousness offered by the silence. I pretty much read that whole thing. Yeah, I feel like there's something like with wind coming in, whispers, spirit, and there's something else. Slipped my mind. There's something else I was thinking that just slipped my mind here. Yeah, Deep Diver. Oh, I was like, Deep Diver. That was a card before. Deep Diver. You know, I think that's a card that I did get last time I used this deck. Deep Diver. So that was something with water. This is what I feel like with the wind. I feel like, yeah, I feel like there's, with the elements, like, fire was coming in. I kind of feel like there's going to be, like, wind. Yeah, not feeling, you're doing what you can, but not, like, trying to control it, having your ego be like, it must be like this, and, yeah, I think that was what I was going to say. Shoot, it's 39 minutes. Oh my god. I gotta hurry up. So let's get into the Supra for ego. I'm just gonna... I shouldn't say what I'm gonna do because sometimes I don't even do... I sound like a liar. Like, oh, I'm just gonna skim through it, and I pretty much read the whole thing for this card. But yeah, ego... Yeah, maybe that's my ego talking. So it says solar. Personal, love, achievement, awareness, identity. Our ego taps into this communal dream for personal goals, purposes, hopes, and prospects so that we can intensify and elevate our existence on this planet. Gathering this force of creation for our own power can be a risky venture, as its heady virtues are meant to be communal. They cannot be owned. When we forget this, our psyche finds itself I don't know how to say this word. Perilously alone, enclosed by the narrowing circle of the self. Lost, we fall away from the life-giving, mystical community of creation and disappear into the void. To access and fully utilize this power for ourselves, for our own belief, for our own brief moment of existence, we must stand in harmony with all of creation. In turn, this friendship will empower our imagination to create strong identities born of love, humanity's superpower that will lead our soul to its greatest achievement, away from chaos and death and into the eternal. Yeah, it's not being so selfish, being more for the community, and it's not all about you. It's not all your story. Yeah, I kind of feel like with this reading, maybe there's some things we're trying to avoid. I just feel like there's like a lot of things going on, and like also telling us to balance, and I just feel like there's so there's like, okay, so yeah, I feel like there's something going on outside, something that may be currently going on with us, like weather-wise or something, how to handle it, but also think about your community, and it's not all about you, and not being like watch your grip with things, like how you want to control, or yeah. So okay, I'm gonna go to conflict. It's funny how I just stopped at that page. I wasn't even thinking. Where is conflict? I'm going to have to go to the contents here. Conflict. Page 103, and myth. Myth is 91. So let's see if I remember that. 103. Conflict. Maturity, understanding, strength, action, restraint. Conflict is bound to happen in our lives. It is unavoidable. We have disagreements, differences of opinions, ideas that challenge another's beliefs. This is humanity in all its glorious, multitudinous splendor. How we respond to these differences and how we profit from them is largely dependent on how well we can see beyond our front door. Always on guard at our personal border stands our ego. Emotion is right. Emotions is right behind. The pull from both is as strong as an ocean current, ebbing and receding with gravitational strength. Controlling these tides means relaxing into them, letting them wash and break up upon you, so your heart and your mind can weigh and sift through them calmly instead of with hasty suspicion and distrust, to find the treasure of understanding waiting just below the surface. I was kind of thinking of like the bamboo, like I said, wind was coming in, kind of feel like the bamboo, like kind of somewhere close to that. Let's go to myth, and then I think I'll end it there. So here we have myth, keywords. So we got storytelling, inheritance, ancestry, creation, love. we must retell our stories. Like life, they yearn to come back to us again and again, renewing us with the simple, liberating truth of ourselves. Visionary fragments of humanity that fascinate us with their narratives drawn from our dreams. Subtly, our myths work upon us, surprising and transforming us anew with every retelling. Myth is the ancient circular revolution our spirit makes through our hearts that confirms our path and leads us over the threshold to our future. We ended it on myth. I was just kind of thinking how, like, a lot of stories seem to be recycled. Sometimes I kind of feel like what's going on with my life is like, if you think of I don't know, like the quantum stuff, like how maybe it connects parts in history and like kind of like reusing the same. I don't know. I'm just thinking there's something weird with that. I am going to end it there. It's getting dark. Yeah. So yeah, just a lot going on, and stay balanced, and I'm not going to repeat myself. And that's all for today. Thank you for watching.